Ladies and gentlemen, the officials have been appointed by the Central Area Council of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge at ringside, sitting ever so proudly as normal, is Miss Sally C. This first contest is 4 3-minute rounds of boxing in the Cruiserweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the black coloured shorts trimmed with gold. At the weight and heat scale, 13 stones, 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Presenting from Derby via the Shinfield Camp, here is the hard-hitting Elvis Dube. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the blue colour shorts, trimmed with the silver and white accessory. At the weight and heat scale, 13 stones exactly. Presenting from Blackburn, here is Asad, Iron Fist Riaz. Timekeeper at the bell is Mr. Phil Morris from Liverpool, and our referee in charge of the action is Mr. Andy Brook from Leeds for 3-minute rounds.
Here we go then, live from the new Oldham Leisure Centre. Big night for Asad Riaz. It's the debut, and Terry, we've seen a lot of guys make the debut on these shows over the years. How important is it to start well?
I think it's really important to start well. You've just got to establish yourself in the first round. Obviously, a debut is an exciting thing, so you've just got to mix the excitement with just trying to do a professional job and sticking to what you've been doing in the gym.
Yeah, he looks like he's settled down nicely already, landing that body to the jab. Jab to the body even.
He looks relaxed as well. Like I say, his left hand's a bit low, but his reflexes look fairly good, so he's going to be able to get away with it for the first couple of fights.
Yeah, and Elvis Dube is a tough man to make your debut against, isn't he? He always comes and has a go. He's got power in both hands.
Yeah, and he won his last fight, didn't he? So against Wesley Levy, 4 rounds decision win. Obviously, it's not going to turn his career around, but it's nice to come into a fight with a win behind you.
Yeah, and already you can see Riaz, he's got nice foot movement. Moves his head quite nicely as well. Just doesn't want to load up with every shot. That's a nice right hand over the top though.
Yeah, and he landed a nice inside right uppercut to the body as well. And like you say, he's got relaxed, decent movement.
He's picking his shots quite nicely, isn't he? And normally when guys make the debut, you can see him rushing the work, eager to impress, but he seems to have settled down nicely.
Yeah, as you say, sometimes you see them throwing too many punches and they're just hitting the gloves, not landing the shots cleanly. I remember watching Kevin Farrell's pro debut, and he was someone who was impressive because he switched to the head and body. So that's the kind of thing you look out for when watching these guys. You can learn a great deal from the first couple of fights. So you want to see switches of attacks and that they're not just pounding the other guy's gloves for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, coming towards the end of this first round, it's been a nice first round this. But fighting Elvis Dube, it's always dangerous, isn't it? You've got to stay switched on for the full 4 rounds. Yeah,
and I think Riaz is going to do that. He's landing a couple of jabs there towards the end of the round. There's decent velocity on his punches as well, so it's a competent first round as a professional for him.
And he does look heavy-handed when he lands his shots as well. A nice check left hook. He's thrown that jab nicely so far in this opener.
Yeah, he's overreached a couple of times with the right hand, but that's something he can adjust. It's good that he can go back and watch this fight as well. You can learn from any mistakes that he makes and work on things for the next time.
Yeah, he's having a lot of success with that lead left hand when he's throwing hooks with it as well as the jab. Just put something on the end of it now.
Getting a bit of a warning there, but you have to sometimes be rough with an opponent, especially when you're making your debut. You don't want them to think that they can just walk all over you.
And he's a big guy, isn't he? You can see he's strong, and he just used that well there. There's nothing. Referees his first fight as well tonight, so there's nothing like just testing the boundaries, seeing what you can get away with.
Yeah, like you say, he's probably just seen how much you can push the referee and what you can get away with in this first fight.
Yeah, good first round that. First round in the bank, and it's always important to get that first round in the bank, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to come out for your pro debut and lose the first round. It just maybe knock your confidence a little bit, set you off on the wrong path. So he came out and pretty much did everything that was expected of him. As you say, he was good with the left hand and maybe just needs to be a bit more precise with the right hand in the next couple of rounds.
Yeah, hashtag VIP Boxing Live on Twitter. So let us know what you think So far, we're also live on YouTube, Facebook, all the usual platforms tonight. A comment coming in asking what time Jack Flatley's on. Jack will be in the ring after this one, about 7:25. After that great fight he had with Chory Williamson. A shame that one wasn't on TV, but he's back in the ring tonight against Harry Matthews. And Jack was supposed to be dropping down to light middleweight, but he's in more like super middleweight now, I think, for a few late change of opponents. That's a different test for him.
Yeah, like you said, he had that great last fight. It's a shame it wasn't on TV because everyone who was in attendance thought it was the fight of the night. It looks like it's going to be more of the same here from Riaz.
You can already see that jab's going to be an asset as he moves up in levels.
Yeah, he's given himself the nickname the Iron Fist, I believe, so he'll be looking to score a few knockouts. Maybe not tonight, but a couple of fights down the line. He does look heavy-handed as well. He's kind of clubbing with the right hand at the moment.
Come on, Asad. Nice upper body movement.
Keep moving, Asad.
Oh, nice left hook to the body there as well. So he is actually thinking about the shots that he wants to land.
Yeah, it's that left hand again landing. Said it earlier on. He's picking his shots nicely. Omar Dusri watching at home. Good to see him back in action soon. Exciting fighter.
Got a bit messy there with Riaz ducking under a couple of the shots from Elvis, but he bounces away and it's nothing for him to worry about.
Good opponent this for him as well. You know, he tests everyone that he's been in with. He comes forward.
And with this being Riaz's second fight, his first one was a win over Andy Nalon, March of last year. So he had a bit of time off, so in many ways it feels like he's making his debut all over again, over the 4-round distance. Hopefully he'll be much more active going forward in future.
Yeah, and that's always important for these prospects coming through, isn't it? You want to keep them as busy as possible, have as many fights as you can, maybe 1 or 2 more before Christmas.
Yeah, like you say, you need to be fighting. If you've got a sporadic schedule of fights, it's a bit like when you go back to school after the 6-week holidays and you can't use a pen anymore. You just need to keep constantly working on things, and the best place to do that is in the ring.
Oh, nice shot with the right hand, the lead uppercut. You just like to see him put some combinations together. Everything's just off one shot at the moment.
Yeah, like you say, the good single shots. He put a 1-2 there, but if he gets to the 3rd and 4th punch, it'll just open things up a little bit more for him instead of trying single shots like the uppercut that he just missed.
Yeah, and you can see he carries power in his hands. If he lands it on the end of a 3 or 4 punch combination, it'll have much more effect than picking these single shots that he has done so far.
He's breathing a little bit heavy as well, Riaz, but like we say, he's had a lot of time since his last fight, so it's a lot for him to get used to once again.
Yeah, James Moorcroft watching. He's another promising fighter out the VIP stable, looking for another step up in December when he fights again on the Bolton show.
Sanchez just scored an header 3-2.
Interesting use of foghorns by his fans tonight as well.
Yeah, he was creating a lot of noise in the crowd. We spotted that guy when he first came in with the foghorn, and apparently security have cleared him and he's just blasting away at it.
Yeah, I think a few more have appeared as well.
Hopefully he keeps blasting that foghorn all night. That'd be brilliant for us.
Less talking to do. Nice start behind the jab again. So this is what we were talking about. He just overreached with that right hand. You mentioned it in the first round. He's just got to set his shots up nicely. He did it well there.
Yeah, he took the right hand himself there as well. He's lucky the Elvis he's facing is not a prime Elvis. It's kind of a late Las Vegas period Elvis. So he's not going to have any concerns coming in out of this fight, but he'll certainly want to buck things up for the next couple of outings.
He's loading up again with that left hand. A nice uppercut. He is picking his shots nicely on the inside. When Elvis closes the distance, he's landing the uppercuts nicely.
Like you say, the lead left hook has been his main punch, but there he throws the lead left hook and then puts the right hand behind it and disguises the right hand a little bit more and lands the shot.
Yeah, in the corner calling for him to lead with that right hand. And then throw a right uppercut on the inside. And he's had success when he's thrown them properly.
We've had the message from Kep saying tell Steve Wood not to be bothered about Sanchez scoring an header to put United 3-2 up. It was series news here at ringside, so we'll keep you posted about the United score as we go along.
Went out the window when that goal went in.
I'm sure Sanchez was absolutely delighted with it. Hopefully Paul Pogba got an assist because he's in my dream team, but we'll see.
Oh.
Back to Riaz, he's loading up a bit more on that right hand. You think he would have learned that the left hook would disguise that punch for him, so hopefully that's something he'll watch this fight back and pick up on for his next one. And as you say, hopefully his next one comes before the turn of the year. He's currently listed as an inactive fighter on Botchrex who just wants to try and get out before the turn of the year and not be one of those fighters who comes and goes every 6 months or so.
Did well to catch all those shots on his gloves and then come back with his own. But you can just see he's putting everything into every shot, isn't he? He just needs to set up his work a little bit more.
Yeah, like you say, his movement's good as well, so he's not going to be putting himself in any danger. He just needs to settle down. But 3 rounds into a fight, you'd expect him to have settled down a little bit by now.
Nice uppercut, short, sharp, right uppercut to the body.
Lift for effort tells me that Pogba's man of the match, so hopefully he's got an assist, and I'm quitting for the fantasy football. Cheers for that. James Moorcroft is talking about he's looking forward to being on a quality card at the Macron Stadium, as you mentioned.
Yeah, it's building to be a good card. That there's a few good cards coming up. There's a bit of a break for VIP after this show, but Steve's building some really big cards for Manchester and Bolton and back in Liverpool again. We'll see some top fighters on the card. Come to the end of the third. Another good round that for Asad Riaz.
As you say, it's another good round for Asad, but he's a bit repetitive, isn't he? He needs to try and think about what he's doing and do things a little bit differently.
Yeah, and he'll learn from this. No, he's got a tough opponent in front of him as well. Let's not forget, he's not had everything his own way, and Elvis is closing the distance, making it difficult for him.
Yeah, we've had a comment from Danny Farrell saying Elvis is always game, would love to see him fight his proper weight.
Yeah, what a tough man he is to be fighting up at this weight, and the punches seem to not bother him.
No, like you say, he just shrugs them off. A lot of these journeymen do have to just kind of fight as and when, and the weight can be fluctuating as well. But Elvis has seen it all before, so he'll just come out now and fiddle his way through this last round.
Final round.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier, referee Darren Sargentson scoring this one. So it'll be interesting to see how he has it. I think in everyone's mind here, Riaz is 3 up. That's a nice left hook. He's still loading up with those shots.
Yeah, he's got back in his jab a little bit, Riaz, but just to say that he flicks in a left hook.
Yeah, like I said, a few more feints and wouldn't go amiss here, just to set up his shots.
Yeah, you just have to be thinking about what you're doing at all times, a feint here or there, just to kind of make your opponent drop the guard or move a little bit, just to try and thread the shot through the defence.
He's got a nice defence, hasn't he? You know, Elvis hasn't landed a lot of shots. He takes a lot of them on the arms and on the gloves.
Yeah, and his movement's not too bad as well. Obviously, we won't find out about him until a couple of fights down the line, and he'll have to be active in order for us to get a sense of his style and gauge how far he could go. Lift for effort just saw me United 1-3-2, so it's a good night tonight. Not for Luke, but for anyone else who's watching United.
We won today. I'm happy. Big 3-0. About time we won. Been a good round this for Elvis, hasn't it?
Yeah. Riaz has just taken his foot off the gas a little bit, and like you say, Elvis has just come out and gambled a little.
Nice uppercut.
He may even get a share of the round or nick the round on Sargent's card. So there'll be no clean sheet for Riaz.
Yeah, he's come out with some intent this round. Elvis Dube marching forward, throwing a lot of shots. There's no technique to his work, but he is throwing a huge volume of shots. That was a nice right hand over the top from Riaz.
Yeah, as you say, the more cuffing shots. Both men are looking a bit tired as well. Riaz just needs to take control of this last phase of the fight.
Referee just urging him to work out of that.
Someone behind us shouting, "Come on, Elvis!" So Riaz got a fan in the house. Brought all the way from Derby with him.
Nice work again. He's finishing strongly, a nice left hook. It's turned into a bit of a war, this one.
Come on, Asad.
And there we have it then, the end of that one.
Yeah, like you said, Elvis had a bit of a go with it in that round, didn't he? It'd be nice if he maybe got the round based on the work rate that he put in. Riaz looked tired, but that's understandable after such a long time out of the ring and just pretty much almost making a second pro debut. And because we've got, as you say, a new referee, the experienced Sargentson is going to be doing the tossing up at ringside, and he's about to pass that through to Michael Pass. Maybe Michael will deliver it in the style of Elvis. I've called back to his days on the Bolton Elvis circuit.
I hope not, for all our sake.
He gave us a pre-fight song, didn't he, over the PA earlier, so I think he's treated us enough tonight.
Yeah, those watching on the live stream got away with that one.
2-2.
No one wants to hear Passo singing.
Someone just said 2-2, that's not the score, we're about to find out what the actual score is.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of hard-fought action, Darren Sargentson scoring for referee Andy Brook has adjudged the contest 39 points to 38 points for your winner. Hailing from Blackburn, Asad Riaz.
Yeah, there we have it then. 39-38, pretty fair.
And your appreciation for our night's work from
Riaz won the fight.
Elvis Dube.
Elvis gave it a good go.